much for joining me today to talk about your experience with ArcVida. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm super excited.
So before you had started ArcVida, what had you done in your career transition process and how are you feeling?
So I ended my formal career a long time ago and had kind of been dipping into different career paths over a course of many, many years. And the last 3 years, I was just kind of in a fun job that wasn't making a lot of money and just really waiting for answers and clarity. And I actually stumbled upon ArcVida in a local Facebook group message or comment thread. And once I went to the website and kind of started exploring what ArcVida is, I knew that it was going to be something that was going to provide that clarity. At that time, I was super confused. I was really stressed about a personal timeline that I had given myself to kind of have everything figured out. And I was really getting impatient about what I was going to do next in the next chapter of my life.
So why did you decide to start working with us?
Like I said, I was really looking for something that would provide some answers and really just kind of get to know me as a person and say, this is what we hear from you. Being in my advanced 40s, I knew I had a ton of experience under my belt. And I really just wanted somebody to look at my experience, look at my strengths, look at my weaknesses and say, this is what is right for you. And something just really spoke to me that ArcVida was going to give me those answers. And it totally did in a different way. It wasn't like somebody telling me, this is what you're supposed to do. Instead, going through the process, that person became me. And it was very clear what I was meant to do.
Wow. So during the process, what was your experience like?
It was great. I really loved every aspect of everything that ArcVida had to offer, from the independent work online to the one-on-one coaching calls, and then the network of support working in small groups and collaboration. The process was exactly what I needed it to be. I will say I was committed to the process because of after investing the money. I started with ArcVida because I wanted a job to do something that I was passionate about. And through the process and really being open to the process, I realized something that I kind of knew deep down inside, but going through the process really gave me permission and clarity that I didn't want a job, that I actually wanted to do it for myself.
So how far into the I think you did the pivot program, and sometimes people in your demographic will do energize, but how far did you get before you launched your business?
I started with ArcVida in October and I launched my own business over Christmas break. So about 8 weeks in. And it was about week 6 that I started hearing the message repeated back to me in my mind and through people that I was collaborating with, that my path had changed from really wanting a job to really creating my own job for myself and being a business owner.
So how did you get the value? You had invested. How did you get the value out of the service after you started your business?
So after I started, because you have direct access to a mentor with ArcVida, and because you have a support group that you meet with weekly, I just redirected it from that being my mentor for finding a job and my support group for finding a job, to a business builder mentor and a business builder support group. And it continued to deliver right up until we stopped. So
Nice. So what helped you believe that you could stay with this process?
I think definitely when I was doing the research, the term 6 weeks kept standing out in my mind. And for me, I was like, I can do anything for 6 weeks. And I just committed to it right from the beginning. Obviously, there is support opportunities beyond that, but I didn't need to know that at the time. I just knew that there was a beginning and a middle and an end. And that, that really was one of the reasons why I chose to go with ArcVida.
And then what changed for you from when you began to, going through the process, and what was changing for you during the process?
So, as I said, I think buried deep inside, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I knew I wanted to start my own business, but because of my age and societal pressure, I really, in my head, was thinking I needed to find a job. I wanted the security of a job. I wanted the security of a regular paycheck and someone to help me with health insurance. Once I went through the process, none of that was my priority anymore, because learning that I wanted to do it for myself, and that was truly what my purpose was to provide my own job for myself to do all this. The rest, the security and the health insurance, that just all kind of worked itself out. It was like, I can do this because I had the confirmation, I had the permission, I had the clarity, and really the confidence to do what I needed to do. All of that came through going through this process.
A lot. Did you have any light bulb moments along the way?
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, my first light bulb moment, when I still kind of the first half when I thought I was wanting to look for a job, was that there's other ways to land a job that are way more efficient that we don't know about just being out in the world. Once we're looking for a job, we just think that going with the masses is the way to do it. And learning that there's a better way, a more efficient way, a way that you can be seen and heard and find a job that is actually fulfilling to you. That was my first aha moment. I thought, why doesn't everybody know about this? And then my second aha moment was in one of our weekly collaboration groups, when we had been doing a lot of like self-reflection and some I guess quizzes to like learn about who we are, when it was said that I was an off-roader, because an off-roader is someone who forges their own path. And I recognize that that's who I am, but I've always fought it. And it just really gave me permission and validation to not fight it anymore, to embrace it. And that was when everything changed for me, that I wasn't meant to follow someone else's path, that I was supposed to forge my own path. And that was like life-changing for me.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big epiphany. How were those weekly live sessions for you?
They were great. They were everything that I needed them to be. It was great to be in the trenches with other people, even though their situations weren't identical as mine. But people who wanted a change in their career and wanted to find something not just to pay the bills, but something that was fulfilling and soul work. So that was really beneficial. But having access to a mentor where I just knew whatever question that I had, whatever struggle, even whatever self-doubt that I was going through in that week, it was such a relief and such a place of support that I knew on Thursday mornings I'd be able to talk it out with the group. Huge.
That's awesome. So here you are. It's been a couple weeks, a month. What was your outcome from working with ArcVida?
Oh, it was life-changing in the fact that I wanted clarity. That's what I went into ArcVida. It definitely provided that for me. As I interviewed people as part of the process, the clarity was very clear that I not only was to start my own business, but then came the permission. Everybody was giving me permission to do it except for myself. And so if I had not put myself in a position to be surrounded by people in this process, I still probably would be holding myself back, not giving myself permission. So that was huge. And then just putting myself out there with my team and the other people that I was interviewing, they all gave me the confidence that I needed to do it and to do it well and to do it quickly. So life-changing.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, very quickly. I don't know a lot of people who've launched a business as quickly as you have. So how do you feel now?
Amazing. I mean, I couldn't have even asked for, it was just like the right time and the right place and the right service. I really feel like the stars kind of aligned. And every morning I wake up, I can't believe that I'm guided to establish the business that is my heart and soul, and I'm actually already getting paid to do it. And so every day I'm just so grateful and amazed and super happy. And this is just the beginning, and I'm just so excited to see, how it continues to evolve and grow.
So are we, and I'm excited for you.
Thank
What
you.
kind of person is ArcVida's program good for, do you think?
Oh man, if it could be for someone like me in their late 40s, single, who was a former school teacher with educational experience, and then, was kind of dabbling in sales and customer relations, like if it could provide clarity for someone like me, I really can't think of someone that it couldn't help. Whether you're unfulfilled in a job and just really needing something that speaks more to your soul, or if you're someone like me I was so scared because I had been out of the job market, the career market. I mean, I had had jobs, but I really wanted like a purposeful work. If it could help someone like me, I can't think of anybody who it couldn't be beneficial to.
Okay. So what would you say if someone who's considering this, or maybe you've referred it to people, what are you saying to them?
I would say if money is the holdback, don't even hesitate, because I used to be a person that was really had a hard time investing money in myself. I wanted to make sure that I was going to get out what I put in. And if that is a question for you, take it off the table. By far, this was where I remember calling my dad like a month into ArcVida saying, I already got my money's worth. Like it's amazing. So that's what I would say, is just take the chance on yourself, and you're worth it. Invest the money and make the commitment, and it'll work for you. I have no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, and you committed to the process, so it did work for you. It's so collaborative. So yeah, for sure. Anything else you want to tell us? We're so thrilled for your outcome here.
Um, I'm a big fan. I'm a big cheerleader. I'm just super grateful that I did it. And I'm here to support ArcVida in any way possible because it really helped me make this transition that I had been trying to make for like 8 years. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, we're thrilled for you, Jenny, and excited to watch what happens. Thanks
Thank you
again for
so much.
sharing.
Thank you.